Hold up real quick. My mouth's fucking dry. Oh, dang, it's That's right. Motherfucking trade show. Take all the motherfucking orders. Put this shit in the video. Cause I'm gonna be fucking talking out your motherfucking ass. Telling you, buy my shit. Direct from me, ASR Tradeshow. Right now.
Welcome back, everybody. Skateboard Stories, episode 19.
Dude, don't even say this shit.
What you looking at? Give me some change.
This is Fernando, my homie.
Alright.
He used to work at Shorty's for a bit.
Shorty's hotel room, right fucking there.
And we also have Ari Mesa,
719.
Zach Haas,
Right at ya.
and Manabu Kumakura. And we were just partying, trade show style, ASR San Diego.
Fernando. But this shit's good. It's E for fucking extra supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But it's cool.
You might remember some of these clips from the church videos. It's probably Santa Barbara video, I guess.
E. Straight old motherfucking beer gets you loaded. Buy that shit, order it, whatever. Shorties. Get that shit on film. Motherfucker. Hey, Eric. Hey. Back to me. I'm here again, dude. Hey.
You finished your new church video? Hey, you made a new church video.
I'm in a church video. Put my ass on the church video.
Put it in.
Is gonna shoot off like
the
a
fuck is this
champagne
guy?
cork. Then you gotta find the dick and go to the hospital.
Find the dick and go. What the fuck? I beat this motherfucker's ass. Straight. Motherfucking mannequin, whatever. I beat that motherfucker's ass.
That's Stripes, in case you guys don't know. If you've never watched Stripes before, you need to watch it. Bill Murray. Great movie. Super funny. John Candy, too.
You got sick. You got sick.
I got sick, but I didn't throw up.
Oh, damn, Fernando, you're spinning all over the place.
Just torturing the poor kid.
Well, explain yourself.
We were pretty good at that, getting our friends hammered and then just destroying them. Some people would get drawn on. Oh man, there was dudes that got so wrecked. If you were around Bill Backer or Blue or any of that crew and you passed out with your shoes on, you were going to wake up completely drawn on with Sharpie from head to toe. They used to black people's faces out. Ears, neck, everything. It was bad.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, that was interesting. It's all over with now. You might as well even show up to graduation.
As you can see. But that's just a ballpoint pen. I drew Church of Skating and ballpoint pen on Ari's forehead. It was not easy. You ever tried to draw on a sweaty, greasy forehead with a ballpoint pen? It's not easy. He must have been out cold. Thing is, I don't think he had his shoes on. But I didn't realize that rule until later down the road anyway, so I call the fifth. Or whatever. Plead the fifth. I don't even know if that works in this situation. But yeah, in case you don't know the shoe rule. So if you pass out with all your friends around, let's say you pass out in the living room, or in this situation, a hotel where you're staying with a bunch of your homies or whatever, you're not at home in your own bedroom, in your own bed, then you have to take your shoes off before you pass out. If you fall asleep with your shoes on, then that means you're fair game to get like drawn on and filmed and ridiculed and whatever else is gonna happen while you're passed out. Alicia, Krishna.
Where's Joe?
Tony.
Noe Flores with a kickflip at a spot we called Green Handrails. Just a bunch of little gaps, a couple manual pads.
Wow.
I guess it's still there. I think a lot of those bushes have grown bigger though. I don't know if you can still skate these gaps. But the building's still there. Parking lot's still there. There's some curbs and stuff. Dave Flores with a, I don't know what that was. Stop to roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Noe trying to quadruple freaking kickflip or whatever. So I don't know why he's still trying this. Obviously he did one already, and then what happens? He just takes a bunch of slams when he's trying it again. Must not like the one he landed.
She's moving. Here she comes, the locomotion.
Suck. Damn, dude. Damn, what a nice day, dude. You going surfing?
It's fucking bad.
You going surfing?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I think I might just kick it, dude.
This
What
is
about you?
another random skit I tried to film, and once again, for some reason, the camera was out of focus. I don't know what the hell was going on there. Maybe I wasn't destined to make
This time of year.
Yeah.
films with actors and only make skate videos, but it seemed like every time I tried to film like some skit or something, we were always like filming it out of focus. I think it was because I had the autofocus on, and it would just, once I set the camera, I would look through and go, okay, it's good, and walk away, and then it probably autofocused on something and just blew the focus out. But anyway, this is another random little skit that we wanted to film, and just me and Noe being bored one day, and so we filmed the bored skit where we're just being lazy and sitting around and not doing anything.
Hey, dude.
That was the premise of the whole skit. Whatever, just filming stuff to have fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't feel like drinking. Fuck snowboarding, dude. So what are you gonna do tonight?
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna kick back and just wait for somebody to call.
Like my new goggles?
Right. Just wait for some people to call.
Right. Kinda just feel like drinking beer.
What's up, Eric? Hey, what are you gonna do tonight?
What are you gonna do tonight?
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna drink this beer and then see what happens after that. Hopefully somebody will call.
Yeah, you wanna go downtown?
Sounds like a plan. Yeah. You got a light?
Yeah, I got a light. What else are we gonna do if we don't go downtown?
I don't know. Can't go skate. I've been drinking. We should just kick it here for a while until like someone calls or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait.
Right.
This right here is San Ynez Valley, I think.
Where? Oh, I think it is.
Maybe it's just resting.
Driving up to Zaka Lake.
Where?
Behind us.
There's a little cartoon I did. Yeah, I don't know. Silly shit. Manabu with the caddy. This is a big posse right here going out filming. We have Jeff Taylor from Planet Earth and Rhythm fame. He rode for Pal at one time. I think at this point he's riding for maybe Rhythm. I'm not exactly sure. But he did ride for Pal. That was Santarossa right there. So this is Mike Santarossa, Jeff Taylor, Will Taylor, who was from Texas. I'm not sure where Will's at these days.
Yeah, Mike.
Santa Rosa's here in Santa Barbara still. He's got a wife and kids. Doing good. Bottle and wine. We still try and get out on the skate every once in a while, so I'll go skate with him here and there. It's been a minute, though. Jeff Taylor. Santa Rosa. It's a pretty sick rail. I think they knobbed this one, though, now. This was also the same rail. It was in Fulfill. It was either in Fulfill or Guilty, and Steve Olson did a 50-50 and then ollied the sidewalk. I think it was in Fulfill the Dream, which was sick as fuck. That was insane. Big rail, but it was really good. Run up's nice and smooth, as you can see. A little brick run up. The only thing that sucked about it is like right when you landed, you're going off that curb, so it was a little. It's kind of like, I would say it's like a little bit of a mind fuck. Like, you know, it looks almost like you're gonna land on the curb when you're coming off that thing. I never skated it, but I remember from standing at the top and looking down, it's like it looked like if you were gonna come off the rail, you were gonna land on the curb. But people never did. They always landed just before it. Unless you're Olsen, then you just ollie over it. George Nagai.
This fucking rail. That was close.
Jeff with the board side.
Hi.
And look at this, a young Ty Evans. I think Ty's from Camarillo. I could be wrong on that, but I think he's from Camarillo or that area, and so he used to come up and skate the skate zone.
There's some sparkage on that one.
And Jeff was from Texas, but he lived in like San Diego-ish area, and then he rode for Powell, so he came to Powell as well. The skate zone was where like we met so many people, like the church crew and all the guys, the Shorty's guys and everybody. We all met all these people through the skate zone. I remember the first time I saw Jeff Taylor skate at Powell at the skate zone. And so like a couple weeks before that, or like a week before that or something, I had learned how to do a fakie inward heel flip on the roll-in. So the roll-in, it's Wild Will with an ollie. I think we talked about that before. But anyway, so I had learned how to do a fakey inward heel flips a while back, and then I took it to the roll-in. Like, the roll-in was where everybody did their flip tricks. Like, once you got a flip trick down, you do it on the roll-in. Some people called it the waterfall, but it was like the 12-foot roll-in at the one end of the park, and it was kind of like wider on the bottom. It got skinnier as it went to the top. So the higher up you did it, it was kind of like cooler or whatever. But most of the time you do it about midway up, which was probably in the, I don't know, face high range, like 5-6 feet up on the roll-in. So I had learned fakey inward heel flips, and I did one. I did one on the roll-in, and I was like super psyched. I was like, yes, did one. Probably in the sweet spot I'm talking about, like 5-6 feet up on the roll-in, like right where it starts to get skinny. And then like a week or two later, I see this dude skating around Powell, and I'm like, who the hell's that? And I kind of just could tell, like, he rode for Powell, because there was always like people that would show up, and you just kind of know. You'd be like, oh, this guy rides for Powell. He's like some am that came, you know, was visiting or whatever. So Jeff, he's skating around the park, and he proceeds to do the biggest, highest, like probably the highest trick I'd seen done on the roll-in at that point. Like, except for maybe Dylan, but like way at the top, he did a big old fakey inward heel flip, and I was just like, God damn it! It's like, who's this guy? But then like we ended up meeting shortly after that, and he lived in like the Samarkand, San Roque area of Santa Barbara. Ty Evans might have lived with him too, I think. Can't remember exactly. There was like a few guys that lived in one house over there. I didn't know them all that well. I went to the house like one time, but we slowly all became friends, and then whatever, you know, Jeff ended up running the hardware team for a bit, I think, or helping with that, and obviously like Ty went on to become an amazing filmmaker. Jeff's doing extremely well with his ventures. Oh.
Yeah, D.
Just good dudes all around. And this is Anapamu ledges again, just bombing the hill, skating the ledges. This is a sick spot. Obviously, we were hitting it quite a bit at this time.
Yeah, Jeff.
And it's Will Taylor with switch front nose. And Will's trying to get, actually I think both these guys are trying to get the line that we talked about earlier, where you bomb down the hill and then try and ollie that gap that has a really shitty right hand turn into it. Real quick turn onto a sidewalk. Don't remember if anybody did. We're going to find out right now. If anybody did, it was Will, I think. Can't remember if he actually pulled it or not. I don't know what happened. I ran into something right there.
Whoa!
Somebody was a little angry right there.
I think I tried to run you over.
as you can see. Trying to make that turn is like last minute, so hard. Oh. So Will did make that line, but it's too bad because some of the tricks at the top were a little sloppy, so we probably just never used it.
Yeah, Will.
A couple little ollies up at the Monte Vista double set.
Bananas.
They don't call me Aunt Jemima for nothing.
So this is Angela, and Angela used to work for Shorty's, and I think this is after she had moved away from Santa Barbara.
You're terrorizing the cat.
Chris, we're walking up the stairs with orange juice. Here comes the cat. Get rid of that.
I don't know what trip this was exactly. Maybe we were at a trade show or something.
Doughboys, you're calling us doughboys?
No,
And
I
we
said
got-
so, boys.
It's way too early in the morning to call us.
How was your evening? Did you have fun last night, Chris?
Well, you see, I had a little constipation, and I didn't have my Imodium D with me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't have your Imodium D, you kind of get this little compaction stuff going, and geez, it stops right at your anal exit.
Oh.
Cat.
Oh, shit, the cat looks a little freaked out.
Cat look funny?
It looks like you.
Oh well.
Okay,
Are you eating the cat?
I'm hungry.
so I got a good story about that cat. At this actual house, at this trip, shortly after this was going on right here, and I shut the camera off, Chris Orr had his bag open,
Look at me in the morning.
and the cat like comes over and checks out. It's like a duffel bag, and he's like starts climbing in the bag, and we're all kind of watching and laughing and like, oh, look at the cat, he's going in your bag, he's checking out all your shit. And then like all of a sudden we're sitting there, and all of a sudden he's kind of like got this look on his face, and he's not really moving, and Chris is like, what you doing, cat? What you doing, cat? What you doing, cat? And he jumps up and grabs the cat, and the cat took a piss in his bag. But not only that, but inside his bag, he had his backpack, and his backpack was open too, and that had like his wallet and all his shit in it. And the cat actually climbed into the backpack and took a piss in the backpack. It was hilarious. I just never forget Chris Orr. What you doing, cat? What you doing, cat? What you doing, cat? He like started freaking out. It's so funny. Oh, so that's why we were down here at Angela's, was to go to this hard rock contest. I think this was Fashion Island, if I'm not mistaken. Hard rock contest. So anyway, we're coming to the end of this tape. Cookie Head Jenkins with the finger flipped tail. We're coming to the end of the tape. The next tape will be the Hard Rock contest. So tune back in next time. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.